Hi everyone, welcome to the first of a new series of videos from me. Before I start, I just want to apologise for any noise you can hear in the background. I have been waiting very patiently all day for the red arrows to take a break and stop flying around, but unlike usual where they just fly all together and do their, their manoeuvres and everything, for some reason they're flying individually. So one takes off, flies around for a bit, lands, the next one takes off. So there hasn't been a break in the noise all day. They are flying quite high today, so hopefully you won't hear them, but sorry if you do. Also, I think my next door neighbour might be attempting to dig his way to Australia or something in his back garden right now. So you might also hear a lot of banging and crashing. That's been happening for weeks. I dread to think what he's doing. It's not that big a back garden, but yes, yeah, so sorry for any noises. So you might have seen on my page yesterday an announcement that something exciting was coming. Well, this is something exciting. Now, this isn't me. I haven't changed businesses or anything like that. I have actually been asked for the first time in my life to be a brand rep, and I mean literally asked as opposed to saw a post and applied to be a brand rep. I was actually approached personally and asked if I would be a brand rep for Bunny and Bird Illustrations. Now, you've probably never heard of Bunny and Bird Illustrations, but you might spot this slightly familiar name at the bottom here, Jennysis. Now, anybody who's been following me for a while will have seen or heard me mention Jennysis Crafts and Jenny at Jennysis Crafts. She is a lovely lady who up until now has mostly done, she does do her own range of products, but she's mostly known for printing other people's images on things. So she's, for example, printed coasters for me, and she's done a few t-shirts for me to give to friends and for my friends to buy, and she also did the t-shirts for the Lollipop Gang official sheep that were available last year. But in real life, Jenny is actually an illustrator and sort of fed up of not being known for that, which I completely understand. If I was an amazing artist like she is, but everybody thought all I did was print other people's art, I would be a bit upset too. So Bunny and Bird Illustrations is actually an offshoot of Jennysis Crafts, and it's a brand new section of the business that's going to be launching this Sunday, April the 4th at 10 AM, and it's nothing but Jenny's own illustrations. So the bunny and the bird, they're her. She's always had them. They're actually in her existing logo as well, I believe, but they've never been a separate entity like this. And she's going to be selling all sorts of things. She does sublimation, so printing on mugs and coasters and pretty much anything you can think of, to be honest. If you look on her website, the amount of different items you can get printed, it's crazy. But Bunny and Bird is literally going to be just her own illustrations available printed on those items, and I'm a brand rep for it. So my job is every month I'm going to receive a lovely box of goodies from Jenny, and I'm going to show them off to you, and I'm going to across the course of the month I'm going to show you how I use them, what I do with them, and the idea is if you like them and you want to buy them, you can go to the website, and you can put in a discount code, which is my personal discount code, and you can get 10% off everything, just for watching a video or looking at one of my posts and then going to the website and placing an order. So this is my first ever brand rep box, and I've been really good. I've had it for almost a week now, but I haven't opened it because I wanted to open it on camera. Now I do have a vague idea of what's in here, because over the course of the last few months I've actually become really good friends with Jenny, and she has sort of divulged some of her ideas to me, so I know a little bit more than I perhaps should, but I've got a vague idea of what's in here. So without further ado, let's open it. So I'll be getting something like this every month. And it's always going to be slightly different things as well. It's not necessarily going to be the same things to show you every month. So there you go. This is the normal Jennysis. This is, if you bought from Jennysis, this is what you would get. So she always has the bunny, and she always has the bird. And as you can see, she knows me well. None of this is for Lollipop. No, it doesn't mean Lollipop's not going to try and take it, but you know, it specifically says it. So now I do know that in here there is something that is just a gift for me, so I'm going to pop that to one side for a minute, and then I'll show it to you at the end anyway. This is something I absolutely love. Every time you order from Jenny, you get like a little, I don't really know how to describe it, like I guess a snapshot into Jenny's life. She'll tell you what she's been doing for the last month. It updates every single month. And then it's got a where to find me. She's got news, and you can actually see here that she's talking in this one, the launch of Bunny and Bird on the 4th of April. So anytime you order from Jenny, you'll get one of those. And those are all her details there. I will pop the details on the post with this video anyway. There is going to be an actual URL to go to specifically for Bunny and Bird. So what I will do when it launches on Sunday, I'll put another post on with all of the details for that, plus my discount code, so that you can go and buy. So now, something to explain. Jenny, as well as doing this, she has a Patreon account. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's basically something that artists use where people subscribe to them monthly. There's usually tiers, so you can pay a little bit or you can pay a bit more, and you'll get different unique content depending on what you pay. So Jenny does a Patreon. I'm the Panda level, and it means that every month in the post I get kind of like this, a surprise box from Jenny. I never really know what's going to be in it, though I vaguely know what the theme will be. And it means that Jenny gets the money to continue developing new ideas every month. So I will talk more about her Patreon in a different video and show you some of the things I've had. But the reason I mention it now is because for Jenny's Patreon, every month she does a new theme. And the theme for March was We're All Mad Here, based on Alice in Wonderland, which is why you'll see that the first thing in my brand rep box, if I can get it to focus. Oh, it's not keen on focusing on this one. Let's just, is a pen. And if you can see there, that's Jenny's version of the White Rabbit. So it's basically, and you can see teacups. So it's based on the theme. So what I suspect is going to happen is that every month when I show you items, they're going to be different themes like this. So it's a pen, which will be available for purchase. And then we've got this gorgeous vellum. I love the vellum. Let me just get that to refocus. I'm in the process of buying a new camera, hopefully one that will autofocus itself a bit better. So now, let me take this out for a moment, because these, I believe, are my freebies. So we'll worry about that in a minute. I will show them to you, but I just got those as a little gift. So here we go. Here are some of the things that are going to be available from Bunny and Bird when it launches. Quite excited about this. I've already got quite a few patches from Jenny. That's not one I was expecting, if I'm being honest. It's I believe it's an iron-on patch, but I've sewn all mine onto my bag so far because I've wanted to use rainbow thread. But look, it's a Bunny and Bird brand rep badge. How cute is that? I will definitely be adding that onto my bag. I already have one. I'll show you those quickly. It's basically a patch that Jenny made specially for me with that bunny and sunflower, and then just like a background scene. So I've already got one of those on it. And she also does a chronic illness warrior range, and I've got a patch with that on as well, so I'll have to add this. Now, this is what I really wanted to talk to you about. One of the things that Jenny is going to be doing, and this was the bit I I knew, but I didn't know what I was going to get, but I vaguely knew about it, is she's going to be releasing monthly planner stickers for all those who enjoy planning. She's going to be releasing monthly planner stickers, and they're always going to be based on the monthly theme. She's also going to have available planner books, and as you can see, this one is based on this month's theme, because you've got your hats, you've got your teacups and your teapots, everything like that. And this was the bit I knew about, because myself and Jenny had quite some debate about this, and whether it was best to have a completely blank book, whether it would be better to have it so that it already had some sort of grids on it that you filled in. And eventually, I think clearly Jenny's gone with the decision that I would have gone with, which is to leave it completely plain. As you can see, if the camera will focus nicely for me, it is dotted. So it's basically, it's like a bullet journal. It's like a standard bullet journal. The paper is, I don't know how well the camera will pick that up, but the paper is really thick and great quality. I'm actually using a bullet journal at the moment, but the paper is so thin that even like drawing on it with a pencil crumples up the pages. So this will be so much better. So yeah, you're going to be able to buy the planners, and every month there'll be a different theme. Obviously you don't need to buy a new one every month, but depending on which month you choose to buy. Also, I suspect if Jenny does what she's done with past themes, you might be able to buy past themes as well. I'll be able to confirm that later. But then there will always also be, to purchase every single month, a pack of stickers. And do you know what? Because I spotted this the other day, I want to see if I can get the camera to focus on this, because I was so impressed with this. I don't think it will. Maybe if I pop something under it. You see that? Compostable bags. How clever is that? Such a good idea. It's the one thing I feel guilty about when I send out my cards. I can't find anybody who will make 8x8 inch compostable bags at the moment, so I have to use just the ones. They can be recycled, but only at specialist facilities. Anyway, so yeah, here's our stickers. Let's make sure we're in focus. So you're going to have ones that allow you to basically set your planner up in the first place. So you could have a gratitude section. These will be your to-do lists. I must do, I should do. You've got notes, self-care, ideas, don't forget. So I mean, you could use those to set up like a monthly planner. You could do a weekly planner. You could do a daily planner. Depends on how organized you are. I'm possibly a weekly planner kind of person. I think daily maybe a little bit too organized for me, but we'll see once I start using these. You'll also get emotion icons, all based on the colors for this month as well as the theme. So that would obviously go nicely with something like your self-care, or you could just have it a separate section, says how am I feeling today. What I will do, now I've opened everything and I can see what I've got, I will actually put together a couple of planner pages, and I'll do a later video for you just showing what I've done with them, just to give some ideas. Social icons, so if you're a business, you can use it to run your business, to remind yourself that you need to post, or maybe like for myself, I've got a giveaway ending tonight, so it might be quite useful for me to put a Facebook reminder on for that. And for those that are wondering, because it took me ages to work it out, that's Patreon. Just in case you were looking at it thinking, what's that symbol there? I did eventually work it out, only because I got a Patreon email from Jenny, and I happened to see it. Then you've got your days and dates. So this is where you could use these to set up the actual planner layout in the first place before you put anything in it. You could have weeks. There's enough provided there to cover a whole month if you wanted to do daily. And then obviously you've got the dates, the 1st to the 31st as well. Then we've got weather, which might seem weird, but if you're somebody like myself who suffers chronic pain, and you're not quite sure, still, even after 6 years, I'm still not sure what different types of weather do for my paint. I know cold makes it worse, but I don't know if cloudy does. I don't know if rainy does. So it would be really helpful if you were doing something like that to be able to track the weather, just to see. And then finally, we've got, I love the name, ticky boxes. So those are just for your to-do lists. You got your ticky boxes. So I will just briefly, like I said, I'm going to do a separate video about Patreon just to explain it a bit more, but I will just briefly mention Patreon again, because Jenny is launching a new Patreon tier, specifically aimed at those who love planning or want to get into planning, rather than getting random items like I do every month. You will get the planner stickers, so you're specifically signing up to get these every month so that you can then use those to obviously use in a planner. I don't have all of the details of that yet, because obviously with the business not having launched, a lot of this is still not hush but it's not fully laid out yet. So like I said, what I'll do, once Jenny's officially launched, I'll do another post for you with all of the details that you could possibly need on where to go to get everything, what the discount code is, how it all works. But for now, I just wanted really to show you what I got in the box. And also, I need to show you these, because I'm obviously showing you these. That's not all that's going to be available. Every month I'm going to have different things to showcase to you, just so you can see the range, or some of the range. I mean, I think it would be impossible for Jenny to send me one of everything that she can make. But I bought from Jenny, and I should have bought it with me. I'll do a separate video on it. Jenny makes notebooks like this, but bound with fabric. And actually, instead of stapling, she hand sews everything in. And I've bought one with plain pages, because recently, you've probably picked up from my posts, I've not been doing so well either pain-wise or sort of anxiety brain-wise. And I've found that something that really makes me feel better is taking some stickers, sticking them on a piece of paper or in a book, and then, I don't know, adding quotes that are relevant to whatever the stickers are, or just adding some doodles. So I had a word with Jenny, and she actually made me what I've decided to call an art therapy book. You know, that's just the name of it. It's basically a blank notebook, and I'm going to put stickers in it. So although these aren't actually technically part of the brand rep stuff, I will be showing you these in use as well. So we've got Buzzy Bees, and I'm actually quite pleased to say that these came about because of me, because I wanted a tote bag for my mum for Mother's Day, which came out amazingly. I cannot tell you how gorgeous it was. And I love sunflowers, and my mum adores bunnies. So I asked if Jenny would be able to make a design with sunflowers and bunnies to represent both myself and my mum, and she came up with like a whole range of them. So yeah, so now there's a whole sticker sheet of them, which is brilliant. And then the other day, I can't remember if it was Fox in Socks that started it. It might have been on Instagram. Myself and Jenny were having a big back and forth about things that she could draw that rhymed. So Fox in Socks, cats in hats. I came up with a few ideas as well. I don't know if they're going to be in here, but I'm really hoping one of them is, because I just made myself giggle so much when I came up with it. But yeah. Also, let's bring this one back up for a second to show you. Look at you've got like the most gorgeous background as well. Like literally, after you've peeled these off, if you wanted, you could even cut bunnies and birds and everything out as embellishments. I mean, it's like, and also, I don't know if you can, I don't know if, oh yeah, the camera will pick it up. They're printed on beautiful glossy vinyl as well. I mean, that's really shiny, and it feels so nice to actually touch. It's going to look so good in, well, in anything really. So you got your Fox in Socks. I love this guy. Look how proud he is of his socks. That's awesome. Oh yay! This is the idea I came up with. I cannot tell you how long I giggled at the idea of Nellies in wellies. And what was amazing was that I mentioned it on Instagram, and literally possibly not even an hour later, Jenny sent me a thing saying, what do you think of this as a sticker sheet? She'd literally just sat down and done all of this off the top of her head. Honestly, I can't believe how talented she is. It's amazing, isn't it? So Nellies in wellies. I love all of them, but this little guy hiding under his umbrella, he's got to be my favourite. And then this one was my idea too. Well, actually, this was more of a joint one. I said I wanted to do something with dogs that rhymed, and I couldn't think what. And Jenny said, how about dogs and frogs? And thus, this sticker sheet was born. They're just so perfect. I can't wait to use these in my new art therapy journal. And like I said, just keep an eye out for posts, because let's be honest, I'm not doing anything else at the moment. I don't have anything else to post about, so you'll probably be seeing quite a lot of posts about this. But hopefully you'll enjoy them. So that's it. Now, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time because you're going to get bored of me. But I don't know if you're actually going to be able to read this. I printed it out, but I think it might be a little bit small. But I can read it to you anyway. To celebrate the launch of Bunny and Bird, Jenny's actually doing a giveaway. And she's doing it on both Facebook and Instagram. So you can enter twice. And you can get £10 off an order. Now, it closes at 9 AM on Sunday, because obviously she's opening and launching officially at 10. So you've still got a few days to get in there, but don't leave it too long. I will, on this post, I will put the links for both her Facebook and her Instagram. Do go and enter. Honestly, it's just, I've seen a lot of the items that are going to be available for launch. They're amazing. You're gonna love them. There's so many things. I don't want to really give too much away because I want everybody to be surprised, but everybody's going to find something that they love, and you can get £10 off. I mean, you can't go wrong. So yeah, that's it from me for now. I hope I haven't waffled too much. It's the first time I've ever done a proper, even really a proper unboxing video. If I do Happy Mail things, I tend to just take photos, but that's not going to cut it, I don't think, for being a brand rep. So I got myself a little backdrop, and I got myself a tripod, and hopefully I've made a video that isn't too unbearable. So yeah, I am now going to go away, check in the description for all of the details for the Facebook and Instagram pages. Officially launched, I will put another post on that gives you all the details of how to get to the Bunny and Bird Illustrations website, and what my discount code is as well, which you can use off any order as long as it's Bunny and Bird stuff. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Bye.